What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we're going to be doing another one of the trading every player rebuilds, today with the Los Angeles Clippers. So I'm sure you guys all know how these work by now, but if you don't, let me just explain real quickly. Basically, everybody who's on the current Clippers roster, I'm going to trade before we do start simming year one. And after that, we are not allowed to have any of those players on the roster in any way, shape, or form. So, Kawhi Leonard's gone, Paul George gone, John Wall gone, Zubac's gone, whole 9 yards, going to be traded. I am currently getting a lot of different answers on a lot of my different questions, asking me how do I want to kind of go about these? Do I want to choose no trades manually, 1 trade, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is? And honestly, I still don't know. So what I'm going to do today is do what I've been doing. I'm going to choose 1 trade by myself, and then I'm going to let, close my eyes, randomly do the rest. But as you are seeing this video, there will be a poll out on my community tab. I want you guys to go and vote for whatever you think is best. And then at that point, further, along down the road when we do the rest of these videos, that's how it's going to work. And finally, I've been getting a ton of requests for a bunch of different series, a bunch of different challenges, and I really do appreciate it. And I want you guys to continue to leave me all those down below in the comment section. But what I do want to do is, because tomorrow, we're going to be getting back into some historic rebuilds. It's been a couple weeks since we've done one of those, and I know you guys really do enjoy them. So let me know down below in the comment section, what historic rebuild do you want to see tomorrow? Obviously with the 3 different eras, the Kobe and Shaq era, MJ era, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird era, whatever you want to call all of them. Let me know what you want to see tomorrow. But without further ado, man, we do have to go ahead, rebuild the Los Angeles Clippers. Hopefully get them a championship. Let's hop into it. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into the trades. Obviously, I said earlier I can choose 1 trade for myself, and that's the way we're going to do it today. Obviously, that could change. Make sure you do go vote on that community poll. And yeah, it should be up for probably 24 hours, so you definitely got some time. All right, let's get into it. You obviously know this roster. We're not going to deep dive into it just because, again, a lot of these guys, not a lot, all of these guys are going to be gone. There's really no reason to kind of go over it. So Kawhi Leonard, no more load managing here in LA. We are going to be trading you. We have 6 offers. This is probably going to be the guy I choose the trade for, just because I do think his value is at the highest. I mean, I might look at trades for maybe if I combine PG, John Wall, just kind of see what some of my options are here. Honestly, maybe I choose one of these. I'm thinking that might be kind of the move, actually. Maybe I choose like Tyrese Maxey. Maybe I get him and Tobias Harris. I also saw Tyrese Halliburton here, who could be an option as well. But I don't really want to give up any draft picks. I think we might have a down year. So you know what? Let's do this. We're not going to choose the trade for Kawhi. We're going to go ahead and trade Paul George, John Wall over to the Philadelphia 76ers for Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris. So that is the trade we choose. I will now keep my eyes closed, obviously, for Kawhi Leonard. We still do have 6 trade offers. Let's scroll through these. And we will stop here in 3, 2, and 1. And we end up with Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner anyways. Let's look at some of the other options we could have had here. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. So Halliburton will probably slide to the 2-guard spot. And then obviously we do have Tyrese Maxey starting at the starting point guard spot. So we get the 2 Tyreses in our backcourt. Very, very excited about that. It's a pretty good start. We obviously get a little bit younger here in our backcourt, and I'm really happy about that. So that's 4 new players in this roster that I'm super excited to have. Norman Powell and Robert Covington. Let's just scroll through these. I saw Chris Middleton. That would be a really fun guy to have on this team at the starting 3 for us. And stop. We end up with Lauri Markkanen and Jared Vanderbilt. Oh, we were 1 off from Chris Middleton. That could have been fun. But Lauri Markkanen, hey, he's having an all-star year. He's playing like the most improved player right now over there in Utah. And I'm excited to have him here. Morris and Zubats, let's see what we can get for them. I saw Clint Capella there, who overall is down to an 81. Wow. Is he not playing so well for the Hawks? And stop. We're actually going to go 1 to the right this time. And that is Malik Monk and Rashawn Holmes. We could have had Kelly Olynyk. I mean, it's not really much better. But Malik Monk and Rashawn Holmes from the Sacramento Kings. All right. I mean, it's not great, but I can kind of live with it. All right. Batum's going to be our next guy off this list. We're just going to try to fly through these as fast as possible. And stop. We're going to go 1 to the left this time. We end up with Cameron Payne and Torrey Craig. It would have been Mike Muscala. I mean, I guess it's not really nothing about that really excites me. Reggie Jackson and Terrence Mann, we can do this one. I think this is probably one of our final big deals that we do have to do. And stop. Chetty Osman and Raul Neto. All right, not too bad. I can live with it. And finally, Luke Kennard, Amir Coffey. I almost said Luke Coffey. And we'll just do this now, and here we go. We end up with Marcus. Oh, I can't have him back on this team. I have to do a different one. And now, Kenrich Williams, Mike Muscala, welcome to the Los Angeles Clippers. And you know what? Is that really it for all we have in terms of Brandon Boston Jr.? And I know I can't trade 2-way players. So Brandon Boston Jr. is the final guy on this team we have to trade. Obviously, I'm not allowed to make any other trades past this just for year 1. And stop. We end up with Damian Lee. We also do get a first-round pick out of it, so I'll take a first-round pick. Let me just go through this roster right now and just kind of confirm that we do not have anybody else here, that we definitely do have to move. And, you know, I'm not seeing anybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with this team. Obviously, we cannot go ahead and make any other trades. It's kind of part of the challenges here in year one, because obviously I could kind of make some trades to make this team better, but makes the challenge a little bit more exciting, if you will. So what I am going to do is I'm going to move around some positions. I'm going to then set the rotation. Of course, I'll show you guys that before we do start sim in year one here in LA. This team is obviously looking pretty good right now. It's a whole lot better than honestly I thought it was going to be when I obviously had to trade Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, two guys that I definitely would have liked to have kept, and maybe got them both another ring for Kawhi, a ring for Paul George. But nonetheless, I'm really happy with how this team is looking. I think we're going to have a ton of flexibility in terms of moves we can make this offseason, and a ton of flexibility for development, and hopefully a good enough core to maybe get us to a championship. So here's how it is going to look. The backcourt of Tyrese Maxey and Tyrese Haliburton really excites me. I'd maybe like to figure out a way to get Tyrese Haliburton kind of starting at the point guard spot. I like him there a little bit more, but I'm very fine with Tyrese Maxey playing in the point guard spot and having Haliburton there at the 2. I can live with that. In terms of the rest of the starting 5, Lauri Markkanen obviously playing like an all-star right now over there in Utah. We have Tobias Harris here starting at the 4, moved him to the 4, and then Miles Turner starting at the center spot. We'll be a free agent this offseason, definitely somebody I am going to want to re-sign. The bench isn't even that bad. We have Jared Vanderbilt coming off the bench as a 6th man, followed by Malik Monk, Cameron Payne, and Cedi Osman, and Mike Muscala. So the another thing about the Clippers is we don't have a ton of draft picks, because obviously the Clippers traded a lot of draft picks back, 2019-ish? To the Clippers for Paul George. So that's definitely something we're going to have to work on. But I do think that with the way this team's constructed, we're not really going to be in a tanking situation ever. So I'm really not too worried about it. But this is a team that should hopefully be maybe a top 5 seed in the West. We will see. And I'll see you guys at the end of year one here in LA. We ended up going 47-35 here in year one. It's honestly not too bad. Obviously, the entire roster changed, the entire, build of this team. So I wasn't expecting to be as good as the Clippers probably will end up being this year. But at 47-35, I can definitely work with that. It is a 39-point triple-double for MVP Luka Doncic, Paolo Banchero Rookie of the Year, John Wall 6th Man of the Year, found a new home in Philadelphia, and yeah, playing pretty well. Not prime John Wall well, but 6th Man of the Year John Wall well. Miles Turner does win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think I've ever seen that before, so that is awesome to see here year one. He's obviously a guy we're going to look to pay this offseason, and a guy we're hopefully going to have for the remainder of this video. We will see. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved. Doc Rivers as one Coach of the Year, actually former Los Angeles Clippers coach. So we are a 5 seed, as you can see right there. We'll take a look at the standings real quick. As I mentioned, 47-35. Not too bad. I can definitely live with that. And let's take a look at the numbers, just see how it was done here in terms of this team. Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, actually our 2 leading scorers, followed by Tyrese Haliburton. So not a bad big 3 right there, if you will. Lauri Markkanen, and then Miles Turner. So that's the entire starting 5 in double digits in terms of scoring. It's not terrible. Malik Monk, Cameron Payne, Muscala, Cedi Osman, Jared Vanderbilt, and Raul Neto. Looks like he played a couple minutes on 4 games or whatever it was. Turner led us in boards, and then assists was Tyrese Haliburton. All right. Excuse me. Denver here in round 1. Jamal Murray, Grayson Allen, interesting addition. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Highland, Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, Joe Ingles there as well. All right, so Denver's a good team. They're a team that's definitely not a fun team to play, but I think we honestly might edge them out a little bit. I think we might have a little bit of an advantage. We do end up winning in 6. We're moving on to Memphis, who's just not a fun team to face in any circumstance whatsoever. We end up, winning game 1 against them. We lose game 2. Lose game 3. We tie it up. We go down 3-2. We go into game 7, and we lose in 7 to the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what? I can live with that. I can definitely live with that, because I don't think this team probably should have gone 7 games with the Grizzlies. I would not have been surprised. Wow, CJ, actually. Congratulations. I would not have been surprised if this team ended up getting swept by the Grizzlies. So, you know what? To go to 7 games with a very, very young, very talented team like the Memphis Grizzlies, I can live with that here in year 1. Let's head into the offseason. Well, obviously, the draft lottery is probably not anything we're going to have. I know it says Clippers. I'm pretty sure it's a swap that the Oklahoma City Thunder just have. Yes, it is. So the Thunder's on their pick, yes. So we do have our pick. It's going to be at number 21, which isn't terrible. Maybe you can do something with that. Ty Lue's a pretty good head coach, in my opinion, so he's probably not going to go anywhere, at least for now. Maybe if I make like a really good team, we underperform next year, then we can have that conversation. But as of now, good enough head coach for me. So as you can see, not a ton of assets in terms of picks, which is obviously a little bit unfortunate. In terms of maybe moving up, I'm considering doing that. I just don't really know what I'd want. I mean, maybe a new backup center. Maybe if I move Rashawn Holmes, who's making a decent amount of money, but maybe I can just go ahead and get somebody at that center spot anyways. Like if I were to trade, let me throw Kenrick Williams in a deal. If I were to throw, let's see, oops, didn't mean to do that. Kenrich Williams, who is right here on a 4-year deal. I didn't know that. And number 21, what options do I have in terms of maybe moving up to like number 8? Is that a possibility? 8, 9, something like that? Just glancing at the New York Knicks. Will you give me number 8? And then I do have a couple seconds I'd probably be willing to give you if you're interested in that. But I'm not going to give up another first. They don't want to do that. All right, let me try with 9. Whoever does have the 9th overall pick, we can just check that out real quick. 9 is owned by the Portland Trailblazers. They don't want to do that. How about if I throw in those... Oop, did not mean to do that. How about if I throw in those 2 second-round picks as well? Will you take it? They will not. All right, let's just keep going down the list. I mean, this is probably what I'm going to have to do at this point in order to go ahead and find a trade where we can move up to the highest spot possible. It's the Charlotte Hornets. They don't want to do it. How about with a second? How about with 2 seconds? What? You know what? I guess that you know, teams aren't really willing to move up that much, and I can't even afford to do that there with the Phoenix Suns. We're honestly not going to be moving up too much, are we? We're really not. If this doesn't go through with 2 seconds, I don't really know it will. All right, it goes through with 1. So we now have the 12th overall pick. That took a long time. I know sometimes a lot of you guys are saying just cut to the chase, show me what you actually traded for, and some of you guys say show me the process. So I'm trying to find a good balance, a good mix between the two, because I know everybody obviously has different preferences. Pelicans take Scoot Henderson, they look like they're probably in line to have a top 2-3 pick right now with the way the Los Angeles Lakers are playing. But let's see. We're looking for potentially a backup center here. Look at some options here. I see a guy like Derek Levers is here, Khalil Ware. Dariq Whitehead is here, though. Cameron Whitmore's here, Alistair Thompson's here. These are all guys that I know could probably contribute immediately. And Dariq Whitehead's a guy I've seen how well he does progress. So you know what? I'm going to take Dariq Whitehead. I know we were looking for a potentially new backup center, but I'm going to take Dariq Whitehead, who's a 78 overall. Team player options, Maxey coming back, Halliburton coming back. That's obviously awesome to have probably our 2 best players on team options. That's being so young. We're going to bring back Cameron Payne, Cedi Osman, Mike Muscala as well. Qualifying offers, we have none. I don't think we really, besides Miles Turner, have any major free agents, which is obviously kind of good in a spot like this. We do have Moses Brown, who I didn't even know was on this team. But I'm going to go ahead and pay Miles Turner. I definitely like him back on this squad. And then Torrey Craig can go, Raul Neto can go, Diabate, Moses Brown can all leave. So Miles Turner, welcome back to the team. We are definitely going to make some trades right now, whether it's in terms of getting some better players, maybe acquiring some more draft picks, whatever it may be. I'll show you guys those moves. We are going to go ahead and offer the Memphis Grizzlies Lauri Markkanen and Richaun Holmes for Jaren Jackson Jr. He'd be a huge upgrade defensively in this starting lineup and overall just a better player to have at our starting 4. Now, I know Tobias Harris is currently our starting 4, and why you're probably asking why you're trading Markkanen. Strictly because of money. Tobias Harris is making almost $40 million, and I cannot figure out the salary in order to make that match with Jaren Jackson Jr.'s 27. So we're going to try to get Lauri Markkanen here. We'll throw in Richaun Holmes as well, and no, I did not think that trade was going to go through straight up. So we're probably going to have to include some other pieces. Maybe a guy like Mike Muscala is going to have to be in here, and wow, that gets it done. We don't even have to give up a draft pick, which means we're in a spot right now which is a little weird because I could move Tobias Harris back to the starting small forward spot. But I'm not going to lie. I almost want Dariq Whitehead to be starting at the starting, 3. I think he'd probably develop a lot better in starting minutes, and I think he might eventually, as progression goes on, end up being the better player. So, as weird as it sounds, I might just trade Tobias Harris and maybe see if I can get some draft picks because other than that, I don't really see a reason to keep him on this team. I mean, I get it. He's a good player. He's just a little old for my liking at this point. He's going to start regressing, and he's making almost $40 million. So, we're going to probably move on from Tobias Harris. I doubt I'm just going to get offered any draft picks straight up for his $40 million salary, which would be pretty impossible. I mean, I see Gordon Hayward in a draft pick there, but that doesn't really excite me too much. Could do this with the Lakers. I also could do this here with the Utah Jazz. I could get Walker Kessler. We are looking for a backup center. Achai Agbaje could be our new backup shooting guard, I think. Yes, let's do this. Can I maybe get a draft pick as well? Utah, you feeling nice? You want to give me a Cavs first-round pick, 2025? You want Cedi Osman? You actually give me 2 first-round picks if I throw Cedi Osman in. I get it. They are from Cleveland, but draft picks are draft picks at this point in time. So, Cedi Osman's replaceable. We're going to do this deal. Achai Agbaje, welcome to the team, along with Walker Kessler, which means, honestly, I could probably just move Achai Agbaje to the backup 3, and we're going to do that there. So, definitely going pretty well right now. I am pretty content with the way this team is currently constructed. I'm not going to say we're going to be worse than last year. We might not be a top seed in the East, or excuse me, in the West, which is fine. But I'm very excited about this team and the prospect of us moving forward with the talent we have here. So we didn't really reload on the draft picks that I was looking for. I mean, we got a couple there in that trade with the Utah Jazz. But I think between progression and overall wise, maybe upgrading this roster in the long run, this team's going to be fine. I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of year 2. We've officially arrived here at the start of year 2 in Los Angeles. We made a couple major moves this offseason. Obviously, trade away Lauri Markkanen, trade away Tobias Harris, And this team looking a little bit different, but it's a team I'm really excited for. It's Tyrese Maxey, and Tyrese Halliburton. I think I combined their last names here in our starting backcourt. Obviously, both really young, both developing very, very well. And I'm excited to see what happens to them. We have Dariq Whitehead, our number 12 overall pick, going to be starting at the 3 for us. Hopefully he progresses well. I think he could. We'll see what happens with him. He's not a shoo-in to be the starter for the remainder of the video, but I'm excited to have him here nonetheless. We traded for Triple J from the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously defensive stud, guy that progresses really well, and a guy I'm really excited to have in a front court next to Miles Turner, who just won a depoy for us. Bench unit, we have Jared Vanderbilt, Ochai Agbaji, Malik Monk, Walker Kessler, and Cameron Payne. This seems pretty good. I will see you guys at the end of year 2 here in LA. I think I caught at the last second we won 54 games. Don't hold me to that. It was a very, very quick glance. I tried to pay attention, but, I was scrolling through Twitter because what else would I do? Luka Doncic, MVP once again, 39.5 point triple-double. Nobody surprised. Scoot Henderson does win Rookie of the Year for the New Orleans Pelicans. He went number 1 overall. They made the bold decision to take him over Victor Wembanyama. Looks like it's working out as of now. He also does win 6th Man of the Year. Giannis wins Depoy. Darius Garland, Most Improved. Nate McMillan, Coach of the Year. So, yeah, we end up as a 1 seed here in the West. 58 wins. Shit. I knew I got close, but I'll take 58 wins nonetheless, and I'll definitely take the 1 spot here in the Western Conference. So, let's look at the numbers. Tyrese Maxey, Jaren Jackson Jr., very happy I made the trade for him. Dariq Whitehead, really solid rookie campaign. Almost 17 points. 16.5. 4.5 and 3.5. Dariq Whitehead, Ochai Agbaji, Miles Turner, Malik Monk. I'm happy with this squad right now. Let's see if hopefully we can keep it up in the playoffs, because obviously regular season is cool, but nobody wants to be the regular season merchants. I think we all know that. Houston Rockets, obviously pretty good young core, sneaking into the 8th spot here after being in the plan. They have Usman Garuba starting over Alperen Sengun, which is an interesting decision, because I think Sengun's been pretty solid. But they upset us in game 1. We go on to win 3 straight. Can we close them out in 5? No, we cannot. And we're going to game 7. Okay. Not only do we lose in round 1 as a 1 seed to a play-in team, but we do it in a fashion of blowing a 3-1 lead. That does not get me very happy. I did not mean to do that. That does not make me happy in the slightest. Halliburton, I mean, ugh. Turner, I get. Oof. Oh, that's pretty goddamn brutal. That is pretty brutal. Oh man, I'm not happy with this team right now. I'm really not. I can't even lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, what the fuck? There's just no way that should have just happened. All right, well, is it a fireable offense for Tyronn Lue? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I could just go out and get Stauffer. Rick Butler, who the hell are you? Like, I fully agree that Tyronn Lue is a good head coach, and he has good enough ratings. So you know what? I think, because I get Stauffer every single video, basically. So I'm going to keep Ty Lue. I'm not going to put all the blame on him, because obviously some players didn't play as well as they probably could have. But it does make me a little bit nervous. So we will head up to the draft. We do not have any draft picks this year. I'm not drafting anybody anyways. We'll hit team player options, where we have Ochai Agbaji, Walker Kessler, 2 guys we got from the Utah Jazz for Tobias Harris. Maxey and Halliburton are both free agents. It's the final year. They're both going to get qualifying offers. And yeah, man, I'm a little nervous right now. I'm not going to... Oh, we have money. That's cool. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Do we have more than 2 big free agents? Yes, we do. We have Vanderbilt. I mean, I have the money if I want to sign somebody big. You know what? I'm thinking about Jaylen Brown. And you know what? I think Jaylen Brown's going to be my guy. He has a big offer from the Celtics. Can I maybe blow that offer out of the water and give him 45? Oh, my God. I don't know if he'll take it. It looks like he is going to take it. So we're going to get Jaylen Brown here, obviously. And then now what I have to do is I have to go out and... Oh, shit. Halliburton. That's not a real offer, so we're good there. Okay, so I'm not going to renounce the rights to anybody here. So we actually don't have to renounce the rights to anybody here. I am going to have to go ahead and give qualifying offers to Tyrese Maxey and Tyrese Halliburton, which is fine. And we should be in a good spot right now. Let me just make sure we don't screw this up at all. These guys now both have offers, so I'm going to max both of them out. And max out Tyrese Halliburton as well. And then, is there any offers here on Vanderbilt? There is not. We should still be good, because the qualifying offers should transition here the next day. Oh, fuck. Did I fuck this up? Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Are we good? Did I meant to not accept them. Fuck. Oh, my God, it worked out. I cannot believe that worked. Okay, well, we have Jaylen Brown on this team now. I screwed that up. I didn't mean to go about it that way. Obviously, Dariq Whitehead played solid. I just think we need another star on this team overall, and Jaylen Brown is definitely that guy in my opinion. So, Chad Gage is going to remain on the squad. He's going to move down to the backup shooting guard spot, which is fine by me. And yeah, this team's obviously still really good. And what we need to do now is just sign a new backup point guard. I don't know why I clicked on Lonzo Ball. And I guess Cameron Payne's good enough. He was here before. It's fine. All right, well, we got our new guy here in Jaylen Brown, which I'm super excited. Obviously, big Celtics fan here. I love Jaylen Brown a whole lot. I will see you guys at the start of the third and final year here in Los Angeles. So this team won 58 games last year. Unfortunately, we got upset in round one by the Houston Rockets. Shit, there's an update. I will deal with that after. Unfortunately, we did lose in round one. And we made kind of a move to hopefully fix the problems we kind of had. I'm not saying Dariq Whitehead was the problem whatsoever. I'm saying a little bit more experience in situations like this definitely helps out, especially with a relatively young team like we got here right now. Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton, Jaylen Brown, Jaren Jackson Jr., Miles Turner, good starting five. Bench is also really good. Jared Vanderbilt, Dariq Whitehead, Chad Gage, Walker Kessler, and Cameron Payne. I see there's an update, so I'll start simming after that. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. So we went 70-12. Obviously, I don't really care about regular season record nearly as much as I'm going to care about our playoff record, because obviously I do want to go out and win a goddamn championship. And we're obviously 1 seed at 70 wins. So I shouldn't be nervous, but I am. Darius Garland, we get a new MVP. Man just dropped 50 the other night. Well, he scored 50. He was the first player of the season to score 50. And then, I don't want to say it was overshadowed by Joel Embiid's performance after, but it kind of was. But hell of a player. Unbelievable talent. Xavier Booker, Rookie of the Year. Markelle Fultz, 6th man, found a new home in Miami. Giannis wins another Depoy. Shaedon Sharpe, Most Improved. 70-12 under Ty Lue. And again, hoping for a championship here in Los Angeles. The Clippers never a team that can seem to get anywhere close to the finals. Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Jaren Jackson Jr., Halliburton, Dariq Whitehead, Miles Turner. I mean, I don't care who does what. I don't care what the numbers say. I want to go and win a championship. We have Portland here in round 1. Dame, Shaedon Sharpe, Cameron Reddish, Jonathan Isaac, Yusuf Nurkic, Anthony Simons. You got to get a way to get Anthony Simons into your starting 5. Okay, winning 5. Moving on to Memphis. We did take Jaren Jackson Jr. from them. We gave him Larry Marketing. I'm hoping that trade worked out a little bit better for us than it did for them. They also added Nikola Vucevic. Did I see they added Nikola Vucevic? Yes, they did. All right, we'll go game by game with them just because they probably do have the best player there in Ja Morant. So let's see what happens. We're 2-2 right now. We go up 3-2, and we're on to the Western Conference Finals, this time taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Josh Giddey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, unbelievably good young backcourt there. Mookie Cook, Kyle Kuzma, Chet Holmgren. They have Nick Smith off the bench. Justin Edwards, Poku. They're in a little bit of an inexperienced team. I definitely say the experience is on our side right now. We're 2-2, so we got a best of 3. We go up 3-2. We're in the NBA Finals, and we are taking on Darius Garland, MVP Darius Garland, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs are just an unbelievable, talented team, and not a team I want to face. But a team I'm hoping I can get by, and we're up 3-0. Somehow sweep the Cavs. Tyrese Halliburton averages 12-12 and wins Finals MVP. Holy shit, that was stressful. Well, we got it done nonetheless, and I'm very happy with the end result here in Los Angeles. All right. I just hit my desk. I'm sorry. So, as I mentioned earlier in this video, couple housekeeping things before we do get into the end of this video. Sorry, I blanked out there. One being, we're going to probably do 2 historic rebuilds this week. We're going to kind of test the waters, though I know you guys, some of you enjoy them, some of you not so much. So I get it. We're going to find a good balance where we're going to get into a rotation, or I'm thinking the eventual rotation is probably going to end up being 2 of these trading every player rebuilds every week. We're going to do 2 historic rebuilds, and then probably 1 other challenge rebuild that we'll sprinkle in there. I think that kind of sounds like a good rotation to me. It'll probably be a good balance of every different kind of video. So if you guys have made it to this point in the video, and you're okay with kind of that rotation, if you will, of videos, let me know down below in the comment section. Along with that, make sure you go vote on that community poll that will be out by the time this video goes out, because it's very important to me, because I want to keep it consistent throughout the remainder of this series. How many trades do I actually choose myself? I don't have a preference. I don't really care, but I know a lot of you guys do care. Whichever one gets the majority vote will be whichever one we end up with. So that is pretty much it. I think we're in a really good spot right now in terms of figuring out a good schedule. And yeah, of course, if you guys do have any other video ideas in terms of different things besides these videos or this challenge right here, other challenges, historic rebuilds, let me know down below in the comment section. Other than that, let me know what other teams you want me to use here with the with the trading every player rebuilds. I'll be happy to do it. Sorry for the long ass outro. It's Monday. We have some housekeeping things. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.